People, they don't realize that they look at other people around and they see, oh, why this person is so successful and why it's so easy for this person. I am the expert to change the paradigm in the cycle in the life of people, to bring the result they want, to accelerate the result by understanding the synergy of the two worlds, the invisible and the visible. Or some people, they have some success, they have good success, but they decided to take another step, to reach another level. And now they face all kinds of challenges and obstacles and storms, and they don't understand why.
Hi, it's Dr. Martine Wilkie, and welcome to the Limitless podcast.
Your brand new book, Activate Heaven on Earth with the Limitless Interface, has just been released. Can you introduce it to us? What will readers find in it?
That's really a good question, because a lot of people, the majority, everybody, they just work on one area of their expertise. But with all the years I was trained from Alzheimer and working, like a social worker with abused women and working to help people in the last day of their life, and after that became pastors. And I am able to synergize all of that in the understanding, the ability to understand the synergy of all of that as a human. And the majority of coach, they're going to talk about, self-growth. They're going to impact like the belief system and all of that. And the pastor will talk about the Bible and the faith and the spiritual side. And usually they don't really not understand the spiritual law, to strategize a spiritual law to bring the success. But they have an understanding of the spiritual warfare and all of that. And then you have, the neuro side. Then for me, and you have the business side. Then I am a businesswoman. I have business since many years. I build nonprofit organization also. I build 2-station TV station. I build 2 churches. I have, e-commerce business. When I was studying school, I built my own, school of music to pay my school. And with all the experience in my life, to use it to build the right system, this powerful system that nobody talk about it. The limitless interface system is to bring you your interface, your soul, to be limitless. And the hacker is going to try to do everything to keep you limited. But if you understand these 3 aspects, the psycho, neuro, spiritual, and the right strategy, everything's going to start to change. And this is how you can unlock the result in your life, what you desire. And you're going to have work to do. I'm not saying that it's going to be necessarily all the time easy, but it's simple. And you need to apply it, to work on it. It's like going in a gym. You're going to build the muscle and you're going to start to see the result. And this is amazing, because what makes a man or woman happy is the progress. The progress to see the change in your life. And this is what my system brings in people's life, the progress. We're not called to be a failure. We're not called to stay at the same place. And we're not called to be stagnant in the life, because this is the law of movement. Everything that is not moving forward is going to move backward. And if you don't understand the law and the synergy of that, then your life's going to go backward. Then this is the power of what I'm doing, and people to synergize this 4 dimension all together. They see the result. The limitless interface system, it's a powerful revolution that people, they can understand how to use everything they have. The spiritual side, the psycho, the neuro, and their body, their life, what they're doing to be really successful.
Tell us specifically about the work you are doing today. What is the nature of your work, and who do you primarily serve?
I work with people, they try everything. They have a lot of potential, they know about it, but they're frustrated because they don't see the result at the level of the potential. Or some people, they have some success, they have good success, but they decided to take another step, to reach another level. And now they face all kinds of challenges and obstacles and storms, and they don't understand why. And it's dangerous, because you can lose everything that you just started to do with this next step. And I work with people, they want to find their purpose, their mission. They want to succeed their life. They want to learn how to impact the way they know they are called to impact. And It's different kind of people, professional, CEO, entrepreneurs, people, they just, they work a job all their life, but now they want to find their purpose. Then it's all people, they try many things, but they're stuck. They try maybe online courses, coaching, prayers, all kind of approach, but they feel like nothing is changing, bringing the transformation they want in their life. Or they are in crisis, they are successful people, but they receive all kind of advice and they don't feel like it's connecting all together. I am the expert to connect all of that together and to change the paradigm in the cycle in the life of people, to bring the result they want, to accelerate the result by understanding the synergy of the two worlds, the invisible and the visible. Because when we talk about the belief system, when we talk about the way you see things, the way you perceive, the way you speak, the way you act, your identity, your posture, your subconscious mind, then your subconscious mind will create 95% of the result in your life. And you're not necessarily aware of this programming. To recode them according to the result they want, then it's the invisible side. It's not what they do in the natural, it's the being, the soul. And the soul is the interface between the desire they have, the dreams they have, and the result. And they have a lot of desire, but they don't see the result. This is why I teach them how to understand the synergy of the invisible, the psycho, their soul, and with the neuro, the brain, that you don't see, but it's there, and it's affecting your life. The way your brain is programmed, you can rewire your brain, and you can work on this invisible side with the spiritual also, to understand the spiritual law. This is all the 80% of the results you're going to get in life come from the invisible. And then you have the 20%. You have the right mechanic, strategies, action to do. You're never going to win a war between the synergy of the two. You need the right revelation, the right strategies, the right posture, the right belief, the right conviction in the spiritual law. Plus, you need to do the right action, the right strategies. If you don't do that to synergize these two worlds together with the 4 dimensions that I'm always talking about, you're not going to see really the result. You're going to be stuck at the same place. You're going to repeat the same level of the generation. Everything is cyclical. The people usually, they don't realize. Because maybe in their family they were successful to a certain level, but now they want to go to a higher level. And this is why they're seeing this kind of resistance. Maybe in their family they were good, like professional, good, having a good salary. But now they want to start their business. They're maybe in the first in the bloodline to start a business. Or maybe they start some businesses in the bloodline before, but they never really succeeded. Now they face all kind of challenges. People, they don't realize that they look at other people around and they see, oh, why this person is so successful and why it's so easy for this person. Because usually in the bloodline, it's already there. It's a certain level of success and they build on it. And in life, you don't just have one area of success, because I believe that everything is connected to your mission, your purpose. That you can make money, but you're not satisfied. You don't enjoy your life. Or you can have a good marriage, but you're sick. Or you can have good health, but you don't make money. Then in some area in your life, then you're maybe the first in your bloodline to change the story. And it's why you face a lot of resistances. And if you don't understand how to operate with the synergy of the two worlds, the invisible with the visible, to do the right strategy, the right action, but you need to have the right posture and understanding all the interface. You, your soul, needs to operate with your psycho-neuro in the spiritual. You're not going to really break through over this resistance. People, they're very committed to change the result in their life. They try everything. And when I come, everything starts to change.
Dr. Wilkie, let's begin with your background. Your academic training combines a doctorate in theology, a master's degree in counseling, as well as training in social work. How do these 3 disciplines complement each other and come together in the methodology you have developed?
That's really a good question. It started more than 30 years ago. I started to work with the Alzheimer's Society in Montreal. Like a social worker, I was trained to help families they have member with this sickness, and to understand what is the sickness, what is the symptoms, what is the effect, what is the impact in the brain, how the neuro react with the sickness, and what to do with these people, how to react, how to help them, how to support them. And I was trained to help the families. And after that, I became an expert to train professional how to deal with this sickness, to understand well the process of this sickness and how to deal with these people. I heard about a project to build a resource for deaf abused women, and I was a perfect person for the situation that I just jumped in the project, and I co-founded this nonprofit organization for deaf women abuse. And I was a director for a couple of years. I trained deaf women with the ability and the skills to become a helper in their community, to train them and to become my staff. Then I built a program, a system, a structure to bring the right training for them and to be there for their own community, because the deaf community, they have their own language, but also they have their own culture, their own value, their own system. And I understood the importance to respect that and to not ask them to adapt to our system, but to be able to adapt our services to their system. And this is why I decided to not use people, they have the ability to hear, but people, they have their same situations, same cultures, same mindset, understanding, and to train women, they have the ability to become good helper for their community. Then I built this resource. It's still there today, and it helped me to really to understand how an identity can be really destroyed. The fact that abused women, when they receive a lot of words, the violence is not only physical, it's psychological, it's emotional, it's financial. To understand how a person can be really destroyed by the environment, the words. And after that, I started to become pastor, and I built 2 churches, and for 20 years, helping people also spiritually. But with all of that, I realized that we are like a human being. We are not just one thing, one area, psychologically or neuro or spiritual. We are all of that. In coaching, they're gonna more target like the belief system, the subconscious mind, the paradigm, the identity. And that's really important and really good. But also we have how our brain function, and you're gonna have other professionals that are gonna just target and focus on the brain and how to rewire your brain and how to reprogram your brain to react another way, and with the RS and all of that. And I was using that with Alzheimer's disease. I was using all the other approach, psycho approach, with the fact that I was social worker and I worked so many years in this area, and also when I became pastor, the spiritual side. But it's like it's the same with the spiritual aspect, just pray, faith, and all of that. But we need to understand that the way God created us, it's with our psycho, our subconscious mind, our belief system, the way we see things, and also the neuro, the brain, how it's functioning, and also the spiritual side, to understand the spiritual law of success. A lot of people, they understand that what you sow, you're going to reap. A lot of people, they understand that give love, you're going to reap love. Spiritual law, the law of the universe that govern the earth. But it's not one separate than the other one. We need to synergize this 3-dimension. Plus, as a businesswoman also, I understand that we have to do action, and we have to understand the market, and we have to understand the law of the market, the strategies, the law of the business, and the law of success also in the natural. Then to synergize these 4 dimensions all together, for me, it's more than 30 years of experience that I brought all together to build my system.
You are one of the few experts who simultaneously integrate 4 dimensions within a single methodology: psychological, neurological, spiritual, and strategy action. How does this 4-dimensional architecture differentiate you from other approaches on the market today?
The limitless interface system is to bring you, your interface, your soul, to be limitless. And the hacker is going to try to do everything to keep you limited. But if you understand these three aspects, the psycho, neural, spiritual, and the right strategy, everything's going to start to change. And this is how you can unlock the result in your life, what you desire. And you're going to have work to do. I'm not saying that it's going to be necessarily all the time easy, but it's simple. And you need to apply it, to work on it. It's like going in a gym. You're going to build the muscle and you're going to start to see the result. And this is amazing, because what makes a man or woman happy is the progress. The progress to see the change in your life. And this is what my system brings in people's life, the progress. We're not called to be a failure. We're not called to stay at the same place. And we're not called to be stagnant in the life, because this is the love movement. Everything that is not moving forward is going to move backward. And if you don't understand the law and the synergy of that, then your life's going to go backward. Then this is the power of what I'm doing, and people to synergize this four dimension all together. They see the result. The limitless interface system, it's a powerful revolution that people, they can understand how to use everything they have. The spiritual side, the psycho, the neural, and their body, their life, what they're doing to be really successful.
For our audience who would like to discover your work, purchase your book, or participate in your programs, where can they find you?
You can find my book on my website, drmartinewilkie.com. I have a lot of resources there, product, free PDF, all kinds of stuff. My book, Activate Heaven on Earth with the Limitless Interface, is on my website. You have also bonus when you buy my book on my website, and you have my book also on Amazon. Then you have all my books there, more than 14 books that I wrote. I have a lot of courses and services that I'm offering, because my mission, my purpose is to be there for the people. They want to be successful. They know they have something to do in this life, and they don't want to waste their life. They don't want to be stagnant at the same place. They don't want to stay stuck. They want to have answer. It was my own life many years ago, 30 years ago. I was helping people, but I had some challenges in my life, and I was asking questions, and I want to fix these things in my life, and nobody has really the answer for me. And everybody had their own like little, piece of the puzzle, but nothing bring together to bring the result in my life. And this is my purpose, to restore people's life, to restore their dignity, their dreams, what they are called to do, their identity, to go back to the original state that God created them, to fulfill the real reason of their existence, to have the impact they were called to have, and to build and to create a successful life at the level they were created to have. This is my mission. Many years ago, I wish that somebody's going to be there for me and help me, and nobody was really there. Nobody was really understanding what was going on for me, for my husband. And this is what we are doing that today, because I work in partnership with my husband. We work together in the same direction, same vision, to help the people. He's taking care of the affirmation, visualization, put in practice what I teach. And when we do events and we do courses and inner circle and mastermind, he is really taking all his gift and pushing what people they are learning and to put in application what they are learning with all my teaching. Then we work together, and this is our goal, this is our heart, to see people's life to be transformed, restored, and be successful, and to fulfill their dreams. Because life is short, and you can just go by this life and never have the impact you were called to have. But this is our call, this is what we have in our heart, and this is why we're doing all of that. We do that in English and French, sign language. We still help the people, they're deaf, to grow and to learn and to change their life, because we have people there bring all our courses and to adapt in sign language for them. Our goal is to help you, then let us help you, and you're going to see your life will be changed and transformed.